So this video is going to be about some troubles that I have had with breastfeeding, some remedies. And if you guys want to put some comments down at the bottom of other remedies that you guys have found, please do, because a lot of these things, they happen to everyone. So anyways, but I'll start with my issues like beginning when I first started breastfeeding. And that was, of course, like the sore nipples, sore cracked nipples. The only thing that I found that was really helping was the Lacino cream, which I used. Let's see if I can find it here. I used the this kind, the lanolin cream that's by Lacino, and I went through 3 bottles of this, or 3 tubes of this, within the first like month or so. So when you're pregnant, I recommend that you buy like a couple tubes of this. I had 2 tubes at home and I had to go out and buy another one. But I was able to have a vaginal birth, but I thought that I was going to have a C-section, so I stocked up on a lot of stuff here so that just in case I was kind of feeling really bad and didn't want to go out and get stuff. And my husband, he doesn't know what to get and stuff, so... Anyway, so this is the nipple cream that I used, and what I would do is rub it on the breast pads, and the breast pads that I used were the Johnson's breast pads, which they look like this, which this one's all deformed now, but because I don't use these anymore, they're too thick now. But when your milk's first coming in, it comes in a whole lot, so it's like a overflowing river of milk. So I use these to like absorb the milk. But what I would do is I would put the lanolin cream on the nipple, plus I would put it on the pad where the nipple was, which was like right in the middle here. Because as you can see, this pad has like a middle part where the nipple goes. So I would put that in there. That way my nipple would not stick to the pad, because that hurts. That hurts so bad. If you think about it, like when you circumcise a little boy baby and they tell you to put like Vaseline or whatever on there, that's kind of prevent from the tip of it like rubbing against things. So the same with a nipple. And then when I went to go see the lactation consultants, they gave me this little breast shell, I think is what they call them. This one is, I can't remember what this one's by, Amida. And this piece actually comes off so you can wash it and whatnot. But this just basically fits into your bra like this, and it keeps your nipple from rubbing up against things and irritating it even more, because just getting in the shower and running water over it was hurting. Oh, it was so painful. And the last thing I did was just like rub breast milk on it, because they said that breast milk has some kind of healing powers, I don't know. But it really did help too. So I did that as well. But they only gave me one of these. They come in packs of 2 at the store, and you can get them, but they make your bra look kind of deformed like. So I didn't really like it for that reason, but it really did help. So anyways, so that was the cracked nipple issue and how I took care of that. And then, you know, once they get used to the baby constantly latching and all that, I mean, it was just so painful and everything. Yes, it was, baby. And then the second thing that I experienced was when I started pumping to go back to work, I started experiencing an oversupply of milk, and so it triggered a overactive letdown. So I would go to breastfeed Hannah, and she would get too much. I think it's fore milk. I can't remember now, but I think it's fore milk. She got too much fore milk. Basically, that's like quenches the thirst in the baby. And so she would be eating like every hour, it seemed like, because she was just getting the fore milk and not the high milk, which the high milk is the fatty. And correct me if I'm wrong on that. I can't remember which is which. But anyways, she wasn't getting enough of the fatty milk. She was getting more of the liquidy milk, or the quench the thirst kind of milk. And so I was having, the only thing that I could really do there was just to pump some off just to pump a little bit off, is what the lactation consultant told me. And that way she could get a good mixture and would not be drowning in my milk. The other thing that I was reading online is different positions that you can put your baby in, such as like laying back and putting them across you, like vertically across you like this. But they say that they kind of warn you against that because it can cause clogged milk ducts. And so I don't think we ever tried that, but the regular the regular, I can't remember what this is called, cradle hold maybe, or something like this. That is a position that you can use as well. What I would do is I would have her sitting way up. Like I would just have her like in my lap like this, and then go just like this. I mean, her head was way up, just so that, you know, she would not choke. And that helped. And I think that was causing a lot of her issues of reflux as well, because she was getting the milk so fast, then she was spitting it up. So we had to put her on Zantac. And I don't know, I think maybe the same thing happened with Ella, and that's why she would not really breastfeed. But Hannah, she would like reject about after 5 or 10 minutes of breastfeeding. She would be like, okay, I've had enough, because it was just coming out so fast and she was tired. And so anyways, but those are some reasons I have found for like the overactive letdown. So once I went back to work, I do get, 3 breaks during the day, but sometimes they're very sporadic, and I work very different hours than what I did when I was working 7B to 7A. That's all I work, was 7B to 7A. But now I'm working like 5:30 to 4, or 6 to 4:30, or 7 to 5:30, or 8 to 6:30, which I only do 2 shifts of 8 to 6:30 usually. So since all that, I mean, I do pump every 3 to 4 hours. Last I only pumped like every 8 hours, and I wasn't getting so much milk. But now I'm pumping like every 3 to 4 hours. And if I do not pump every 3 to 4 hours, I get very bad clogged milk ducts. So bad that earlier in the week, I had a clogged milk duct on the right breast, I think it was. It went all the way up to here on my chest, about right there, all the way up. It was a huge block. The only way that I have been able to really clear the blocks is breastfeeding Hannah. So I had to breastfeed her twice and pump twice within 2 hours just to get the blockage out. I've been trying all day at work to get it out. I would take like warm washcloths, microwave them, and put them over top of me. And I understand that some people don't have a lot of time to really pump at work, because I only get 2 15 minutes and 30-minute break, or 1 30-minute break, which is my lunch. So anyways, but the only remedies I've really found are putting a really hot washcloth over your breasts. They do make these things, which Amy from Dreamflight 6000 was telling me about, that they're like these like gel pads. They're at Target, and you can warm them up in the microwave and put them over top of there, which I have not gotten them yet, which I need to, because the warm washcloths and things, they just fall right off of your chest, and it's kind of hard to like pump and have it sitting on there at the same time. So heat is what I've found is good. Just breastfeeding Hannah, and then like really massaging them if you're really prone to clogged milk ducts. The lactation consultant was telling me that you should just massage them as you're pumping, even if they're not clogged, just so that you're getting all the milk out. So basically what I do while I'm pumping is just take my knuckles and just massage downwards so that they gets out of there. And I try to have at least 1 breastfeeding session with Hannah a day, because that really helps clear them up. A pump is definitely not as strong as what your baby is. And when I had Ella, she wouldn't breastfeed, so I did not have her as a resource when I had a clogged milk duct, but I only had 2 clogged milk ducts when I was breastfeeding Ella. With Hannah, I get them at least once every day, once every other day, and it's so painful. The pains are sharp. They go around to my back. It's horrible. So the only thing that I've found really helpful, the best remedy, is just to breastfeed Miss Hannah here. Yes. So, and she's gotten like drool all over me, Hannah. So anyways, and then when I went back to work, the thing was that I did not have enough time between my lunch break, I did not have enough time during my lunch break to pump and to eat. So what I did was I bought this bra. If I can get it out while holding Hannah here, I'll show you guys, because I've mentioned this before in some of my videos, and I just haven't shown it to you guys. But this is the Medela bra. It has 2 holes like this, and it comes, and you just put it on and you zip it up. It has a zipper in the middle, and it's basically like a sports bra. You can buy a sports bra and cut the holes yourself, basically, but I didn't want to like mess anything up, so I bought, this is the bra that I got, and it was like $30, but it's like so well worth it to be able to eat on your lunch break while you're pumping. And so anyways, that is what I got there. And to save time when I get home, because when I get home it's so hectic, to save time, that was the thing, like time management and everything. When I first went back to work, it was so hard trying to get all the milk that I had pumped during the day into bags, scalded or whatever, you know, I was going to do with it. So I just bring the bags along with me. Excuse me. I just bring the bags along with me, and I put the milk in the bags and put it in my lunchbox. I'm thinking about getting like a separate lunchbox for the milk, because the milk has spilled out in my lunchbox, and quite frankly, I don't want to be eating it for lunch. So anyways, but that's what I'm thinking about doing, is getting a separate lunchbox for it, because that's what I had when I was pumping with Ella. So I also, in the very beginning, and just in case Hannah needed more milk, because I am just across the street from her, I brought along these little replacement baggie things here, the little the replacement baggies, liners for the bottles. I brought those with me just in case I need to run milk over to her, but that has not proved to be the case just yet. So I usually send about 4 bottles, and she's good with 4 bottles. The other thing that I was going to show you guys is this little bracelet here. I used this early on. I mean, I only used it for about 2 weeks maybe, and that was it. It came with my nursing cover, which I really don't like my new nursing cover. I'd rather just have a blanket. But I'd never had a nursing cover before. I wanted to try it out, but I really didn't like it. It's the free one you can get, and I can't remember what it's called, Udder Covers. But this came with the Udder Covers, and it says right and left, and you can flip it over as to which side you breastfed from last, and that kind of helped in the beginning of memorizing it. They also sent me these reusable breast pad things, but I didn't like them very much. I'm not into the reusable breast pads. I've got the Udder Covers ones. I think these are the Medela ones, and I've got the Gerber ones as well, which probably will not use any of them. They'll probably be sold at a yard sale. Anyways, and then the other thing is when you're breastfeeding off of one side, the other side is going to leak as well. And to save that milk, I bought the Milky's Milk Saver. I don't use it as much as I used to when I was at home with her, but it was very useful, because sometimes I would get like 2 and 3 ounces just from the other one. So I really liked that product for that use. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. As far as like how working and pumping is going, that's going pretty good. It's hard going in between patients to go and pump and whatnot. So that's like been the hardest part about it, is just finding time and then setting up everything, because setting up everything takes, and then pumping and everything, it takes longer than 15 minutes. But no one seems to care if I take an extra 5 minutes. So anyways, and that is it. Thanks for watching.